Welcome on this edition of the Minnesota Weather Company. A heat wave is going to be reaching our country, and we'll tell you who will be affected. We have some moisture that will be fueling some showers and thunderstorms for the southeast. We will tell you when that will happen. And the state fair begins this week. We will give some weather details on how to be safe during the state fair for any weather. All of these stories and more coming up next. Now, from the Twin Cities, this is Skies Above Our Lurking Productions. This is the Minnesota Weather Company Weather News with Harrison Rademacher and Drew Powell. Special thanks for making the Minnesota Weather Company possible by the following organizations: the Weather Channel, NOAA, the National Weather Service, Ramsey Middle School, Field and Hale Public Schools, Southwest High School, and viewers like you. Thank you very much. Your news is up next. Welcome to the first episode of the Minnesota Weather Company. I'm Harrison Rademacher, and I will be your main host through these series of episodes. First of all, I would like to give you an outline of our episode series. We will first start with the national weather news headlines. We will then follow by local weather news for Minnesota, which will follow by forecasts and national weather information, and some other good clips at the end, and more goodies will be found throughout the episode. So, let's start with the national weather. We have some warm weather making its return basically throughout the eastern half of the country and also including parts of the southwest. The high pressure is now moving out, allowing the jet stream to bring in some warm air in. You're going to want to take a look at our forecast for more information with temperatures. We are going to head over to Idaho now, where crews are having a difficult time putting out the wildfires in that area. To start with, one of the DC-10s used to put out the fire had an engine malfunction but safely made it back. So far, no fatalities, but people are being forced to evacuate in the burn areas. This next story takes us all the way over to New Zealand. Back on August 16th, a 6.5 earthquake shook New Zealand in the afternoon. No major injuries were reported. However, trees were uprooted and houses were damaged due to the earthquake. We have lots of rain moving into the southeast from an area of low pressure, very unorganized, but will be producing a lot of rain. As we take a look at rainfall amount models, we're looking at 3 to 5 inches in places such as Mobile and Tupelo, lighter around the area between the 3 and 5 inch mark. And to conclude the national news headlines for weather, we're going to head to Moore, Oklahoma. It's back to school for the students here after that devastating tornado killed over 20 people and injured dozens. Here is your weather forecast information for this episode. Here is our forecast information. As you can see, this shot here was taken in Diamond Lake, Minnesota by the Minnesota Weather Company. As you can see, it was pretty sunny this morning. You can see some of the birds around, and it was very nice and cool. Towards the afternoon, it got a little windy / breezy for those of you, but things are about to change. Let's head back to the weather news area right now and take a look at the maps for you. As we take a look at the current surface weather, most of the area is covered by high pressure. There's just a few low pressure areas found around the country. As we take a look at the water vapor satellite, you can see a huge area of dry air located in the south central U.S. with a little moisture around. For the rain forecast, expect heavy rain in the southeast with lighter chances in the northeast and for parts of the southwest. We have a slight risk for severe weather in the red area, so keep an eye in that area for updates. Otherwise, not too bad around the country. If you are flying tonight, there's a couple chances of turbulence. Some will be in the southwest, but a good stretch in the northeast, so watch out. For the wind, like we said earlier, there's a huge stretch of wind from Minnesota through the Central Plains and a few scattered in the west. For tomorrow's airport condition, pretty good around the country, just look out for rain in the southeast. And now it's time for your 10-day national forecast. And we have some tips for you when you go to the state fair. It's always important to stay hydrated. Make sure you drink plenty of healthy fluids. That means lots of water and not lots of other sugary drinks, and respect. Dress appropriately, probably want to wear a t-shirt and shorts, and also wear sunscreen and probably mosquito protection against those harmful rays and bugs. Lastly, one other thing you might want to consider for the state fair is to ride with any transit. Metro Transit has lots of park and ride options as well as other bus companies. To find out more information on how to park and ride or locations, go to metrotransit.org or call 612-373-3333. There's plenty of options for Metro Transit to get to the state fair. And that concludes this Minnesota Weather Company episode, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. Coming very soon, the Minnesota Weather Company will have its own dependent website at the following link. Please don't forget to like us on Facebook. You can watch our videos on Facebook or YouTube. The updates will be on Facebook and the new website when it opens.